Hey everyone, Dr. Haley Perlus, sport and exercise psychology expert, here with, here right after 4.5 hours of a game of golf that went extremely poorly. And for me to say that it was a bad day means that it was a bad day. On the first 2 holes, I lost 4 balls. I had to resort to using a pink ball, which I never use, and then I ended up losing that ball too. So it was just a bad day, and so I had to actually be my own consulting athlete. I had to consult myself and remember a lesson that I've actually learned from the athletes that I work with, from top-level athletes who have experienced bad days like I've experienced today. And really, it's about keeping things simple no matter what, and really not harping on the mistakes and just moving forward and just moving forward. There were mistakes that I was making today that I don't typically make. So I've got an option. Am I going to suddenly make that my new area of improvement? Or am I going to say to myself, you know what? Today is just that day. Focus on the fundamentals. Focus on the next shot, the next swing, the next hole, whatever it may be. And, after a couple of days, if I find myself making the same mistakes, then I'll look at it. But today could just be an off day, and it happens for all of us. So when we do have these bad days, I challenge you to do one thing. One is just start coping with the situation at hand. You don't want to start overthinking. You don't want to start trying to fix too many things. Go back to the fundamentals. Even just go back to the fact that maybe the challenge is just to stay focused on one swing thought in my case, or on one point. Don't get boggled down on too much information. At the end of the game, say to yourself, is this something that could have been a one-off day, or is this something that's been happening a lot? If it's been happening a lot, if there is a pattern, then yes, you need to assess it. You need to analyze it, assess it, and figure out how to improve on it. But if it is just a one day, and for me, today was that one day, I don't know if it's going to be repeated. We shall see. Stay tuned. But right now, it's an off day. So I'm not going to harp on all the mistakes. I'm not going to harp on all the things I did wrong. I still know what works. It didn't work today per se, but I still know what works, and I'm going to use that same skill set that I've always had in tomorrow's game. So let me just simplify it one more time. When you do have a poor day, when you do have bad performance, it could just be a one-off day, and you don't want to get boggled down and let that one-off day come with you to the next day and the next day and the next day. So in the moment, stay focused on the task at hand. Do your best to maintain composure by thinking about the fundamentals. And if it starts to repeat itself, these errors, if there is a pattern, that's when you really start to look at it and assess, and you may have to change some things. Until then, stay focused and confident with what you know works, even though it may not be working in this moment. Stay focused and confident that it will work tomorrow. If you have any questions or comments, I know this may be a tricky one, you know what to do. Leave your question or comment in the space provided. And until next time, have a great rest of your day.